Hello there, Jayney Goddard here. I hope you're keeping well. I just wanted to drop in and answer something that people keep talking to me about, and it's something that people seem to be obsessed with, and it's about everybody's got this thing about wake up routines, morning routines, and so on. And a lot of people have been writing into me and saying, Jayney, what's your morning startup routine, and how do you get going of a morning? What do you do? What's the first thing you do? Well, it's pretty straightforward actually, and I'm not going to tell you the whole thing because there are various bits and pieces to it that I sort of really want to maybe take a slightly deeper dive into, things like gratitude practices and meditation and so on. But one of the first things that I do when I wake up, first of all, before I do anything else, is I do my gratitude practices. It's just a case of lying in bed, you wake up, you wake into the day, and you think about just the things that you really are grateful for. The fact that you've been given yet another day, which is just magical and beautiful and wonderful, and really is something that we should be grateful for and never ever take for granted. The next thing really is thinking about your loved ones, your family, your friends, the people who really do genuinely care about you. There are more people out there than we could ever even really begin to imagine that genuinely do care about us and have our well-being at heart. And then, of course, you've got to think about just, the fact that you can move your body, that you can move around no matter how much pain or disability you may be going through at the moment. I remember when I was really, really poorly, when I was in a care centre, it was like a hospice type setting, when I was in there and I actually couldn't physically move. But what I could still do was I could still listen to music on my headphones. The nurses would actually put my headphones in and play music for me. And I was really obsessed with Baroque music. And it really was the most extraordinary healing, because I would listen to that music and feel that was really kind of rebuilding me on a cellular level. If you know my story, you'll know what I'm talking about, and how I battled my way back from really literally death's door to being really healthy and robust and so on, despite devastating rheumatoid arthritis and other autoimmune issues going on. So gratitude, it's thing number one, first thing in the morning, thing number one, last thing at night. Honestly, the thing about gratitude is that, and I know I talk about it an awful lot, but it really is because it is just magical in the way that it works, is that it repatterns your brain. It actually creates new neural pathways in our brains that enable us to be able to express happiness and joy more easily. And also, if you have an actual gratitude practice, particularly, and it's been shown, the research shows that late at night, last thing at night, if you write down 3 things that you were grateful for in that day, what actually happens is that your set level of happiness actually increases. It used to be thought that we had a set level of happiness, and it was kind of genetically decreed that this is kind of how happy you were capable of being. But actually, that research is old. It's out the window. We now know that we can dramatically change the amount of happiness and joy that we can experience just by doing little things like being mindful, being grateful, doing the 3 good things gratitude practice. And there'll be a link under this so that you can actually find our gratitude journal that we've created for you. Please use it, because, as I say, it pays dividends, it repatterns your brain, and in doing so, you'll experience so much more happiness. I'm going to bring you more about my startup routines, because there's other things like cold showers, which sound ghastly, but I'll tell you all about it because there's a way of doing it that makes it a lot easier. It's the type of tea that I drink. I have a special kind of tea that I drink in the morning before meditating, which may sound really odd, but there's a reason for that as well. It's a very particular type of tea, and various other bits and pieces. We've got this challenge going in my group, my Rewind Your Body Clock group at the moment, and that's where we're all out walking for 30 minutes a day or more if you choose to do so, because obviously that helps us on all sorts of other levels, mentally, emotionally, and of course physically, even spiritually. So stay tuned, because I will be bringing you lots more, but tomorrow I'm going to be talking to you about cold showers. Stay tuned, stay warm. Bye.